Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today I am back at it with another TikTok reaction video. Nowadays, when I get on TikTok, I'm specifically looking for content, or actually some of these are TikToks that people have sent to me to ask me to react to. So typically they are kind of controversial. TikTok is full of bad advice, or really people that just are not that great, to be totally honest with you. So I'm going to be reacting to some TikToks today, just kind of giving my honest reaction, some feedback, some advice, some words of wisdom for all of you that you probably are not going to get from the TikToks themselves. So stick with me. I hope you all enjoy. So it says, I have men paying my bills just to look at me. Your little 50-50 relationship offer isn't going to cut it. You know, I have been seeing so many videos like this lately on TikTok, and I'm not going to say anything about the girls that are saying it because, quite frankly, that's a preference. If you don't want to do 50-50, that is fine. That is your preference. But let's not put people down that maybe are kind of on the same playing field or want to be equal or want to pay 50-50 or don't mind paying 50-50. Some of us are in school or in debt or have different financial situations and can't necessarily pay for everything for our significant other when we're 21 or 22 or 28. So understand that everyone is on a different path in life, whether you want to pay 50-50, 25-75, some other number, 0-100, whatever the heck you choose, and whatever works for your relationship and your dynamic is so specific to your dynamic with that person, okay? I know that a lot of the videos like this are jokes, but I also have seen some that are not jokes, and girls will come on and basically say that they're not gonna pay for anything, and if that's your preference, that's totally fine, but don't make all these other girls think that if, you know, they have to pay for something that their boyfriend or their husband is not good enough. We're all in different financial situations. We are all in different relationships. All of our dynamics look a lot different. And I think finance is something that is so specific to you and your relationship with someone else. And I know that she's not doing this here, but I've seen a lot of videos like this where, you know, a girl might see that and think, oh, well, my boyfriend sucks because I have to pay for stuff sometimes. Huh? No, it's a preference, and some girls don't want to pay for anything. Other girls want to pay 50-50 or 25-75 or 60-40 or 0-100. Whatever the heck your dynamic is, there's nothing wrong with it if that's something that you have worked out with the person that you're talking to. And actually, it seems like from this one, she says, I have men paying my bills just to look at me. So she's not even in a relationship. Guys are just paying her, which I have already talked about so many times on my channel, and I'm not going to talk about again today because you all know how I feel about that. So I just think that sometimes TikToks like this set a very unrealistic standard for women, and sometimes there is not full disclosure of what is going on behind the scenes to get someone to pay your bills 100%.
Why do you choose these expensive things and stuff like that?
Because I like them.
What if I didn't have the ability?
Then I wouldn't be sitting here with you now.
So you're basically saying that you're just dating me because I can buy you things?
Yes. What?
You know what? She was honest. If someone is that honest and you're not okay with that and you stay with them, that is your fault. If you guys aren't on the same page about that, then you gotta go. Like, at least she was honest. Do I agree with it? No, but I think when someone is very honest about what they're looking for and what their intentions are, you can't get mad at them for being honest about that. It would be way worse if she lied about it, right? I've actually seen that episode before, and she makes it very clear the entire episode that she only wants him for his money, and he continues to go along with it. What you allow is what will continue. So if you're not okay with something, don't keep going along with it. And that would be my advice to all of you guys out there. If you're dating a girl, or if you're a girl dating a guy and your ideas about that or your values are not the same, then it's probably not going to work out, and it's not even worth your time. Just be honest. And she was very honest. Okay, that said, This says, just reminding you, every girl has a backup man. I've seen a lot of men talk about this. I have not really seen women talk about this, but I'm going to be totally honest. Not every woman has a backup man. Maybe when you're like in high school or college, that's a thing. I don't think that's really the case when you get a little bit older. Maybe it is for some women. It could really depend on where you live and what kind of woman you're talking to. But I don't have a backup man. I don't have someone I would call if my relationship ended right now and I would want to go hang out with them. I just simply don't have anyone. I'm in a very healthy relationship. I don't need to have a roster of men on my list. So then guys, I think, see this and they think that every woman has a backup man, and that is simply not the case. I can't think of a single backup man any of my friends have right now. And a couple of them are in like serious relationships or married, and none of them have a backup man. So while this might be true for some people, it is definitely not the case for everyone. So don't get a bad taste in your mouth about all women, because not every woman has a backup man. Maybe though, you know what I will say, if she's talking about when you're kind of in the talking stage, I do think that women have a lot more options than men. Say you met her online or something, she has 1,000 other DMs from men or messages from men that if things don't work out with you, she could probably go talk to a different one. So if this is talking about the talking stage specifically, or like dating, getting to know people like in the very early stages, then I would say this is the case. But I think a lot of people see this and automatically think it's for people that are like in a relationship. And if you're in a relationship, she has like a dude on the side, like a backup plan. And I don't think that is true a lot of the time. It could be sometimes. I'm not going to write it out completely. I think a lot of girls and men, a lot of guys have a backup girl, you know? So it's definitely not the case 24/7. But again, if she's referring to the talking stage for women, I think women have a lot more options than men do.
There are two things that men can't control about their body. One is their height, and the other one is the size of their you-know-what. My question is it considered body shaming when a woman says she won't date a man under a certain height or a man with a certain length of his you-know-what? Because a lot of men out there raise the counter argument that when men discriminate against women for their weight, that's considered body shaming, but when women do it against men in terms of their height, it's not considered body shaming. So I'm curious what you guys think.
That is Evan from Performance Potential, and I absolutely adore his content. We've talked before, and I want to do something with him on this channel in the future. He makes really great TikToks. So I want to know what you guys think down below as well, and I'm going to give my opinion on it. I don't think it's fair that there's such a double standard there. If a man says he doesn't want to date a girl who's super overweight, he gets absolutely demolished and destroyed online. But then when a girl says she won't date a guy who's at least 6 feet, she gets no pushback or hardly any pushback. And women are like, yeah. And so I have an issue there only because it is such a double standard, and we are all allowed to have preferences, but let's just not get mad at each other for our preferences. Why would you want to date someone anyway that you are not their preference? If someone looked at me and said, I don't date girls who are 5'5" with brown hair and have YouTube channels, I'd be like, okay, then you don't want to date me because I'm all those things. So I wouldn't even want to date that person. So the fact that people get so upset when someone says that they don't prefer you or wouldn't want to date you, like, who cares? Why do you want to date someone, or why do you care about someone's opinion who doesn't want to date you or doesn't prefer you? Who cares? We're all allowed to have a preference. But if we're talking about body shaming and really getting into the nitty-gritty here, if a man saying he prefers women who are not overweight, if that's body shaming, then a woman saying she won't date a guy who's under 6 foot is body shaming as well. So let's just play the field the same way here. Let's cut out the double standard. This one drives me absolutely insane. I've seen it about 1 million times online, and it's just something that I don't understand. Why do people get so upset? If someone told me, again, like, you're not my preference, I would not get upset. People comment on my videos and call me ugly all the time, and I genuinely don't care. So just move along, people. Stop getting all mad at each other for dumb things. The text says, when you talk to a guy for a week because you're bored and then he asks you to make plans in real life, and she says, I don't wanna. And I've talked about this before, and this is when you become the attention guy and the fill-in guy. When she only texts you, you become her texting buddy, and then she never actually has any plans to hang out with you because she doesn't actually like you and she's just bored. Unfortunately, speaking as a woman, I can tell you that this happens all the time. This is something that I used to see people in college do, high school, people that I knew, literally all the time. It's like people just are bored. People get so bored so quick. People have such a hard time entertaining themselves that they always rely on someone else. Of course, not everybody, but this is something that I think is very common, especially, you know, with dating apps, social media. Women have normally a good amount of men to talk to. And so if you notice that you're becoming the texting buddy or the fill-in guy, you continuously try to make plans with a girl and she says no or she flakes but then texts you, cut it out. Unless you want to be the attention fill-in guy, cut it out because it's never going to go anywhere. You're just wasting your time. I've done a whole video on it that I'll link down below for you guys. Whoa.
What the fuck is this?
Oh my God, this says, hey, quick question I always ask before a first date. What's your Insta and Snap password just to make sure you aren't talking to other girls? He says, wait, are you serious? She says, LMAO, are you hiding something? Just tell me. I hope that this is a joke. I imagine that this is a joke. But if not, gentlemen, if you're texting a girl and she says this to you, and ladies, if you're watching, if you're texting a guy and he says something like this to you, block him. Absolutely block him. That is a red flag waving in front of your face. Block him. That's crazy. That's psychotic. And actually, I have a real issue with snooping through each other's phones as well. And as someone who has done this in the past, I'm not proud of that. And going back, I would tell my 21-year-old self, girlfriend, if you have to snoop through his phone, you shouldn't be with him in the first place. There's a reason you're snooping. I know that's not what this is about, but it kind of ties in. All right, guys, I hope you all enjoyed my little words of wisdom from the TikToks. I hope you guys liked this video and found it helpful. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. If you guys ever have any videos that you want me to react to, you can DM them to me on Instagram. I always check them out on there. If you guys have any content creators, YouTube videos, TikToks that you guys want me to react to, I would be more than happy to do it if you just send me the link. So you can send those to me on Instagram and I will do my best to see it and get back to you. So thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys on there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching and I will see you all next time.